Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Havoc here, and today I have yet another Call of Duty Ghosts video. Instead of doing a regular live commentary or a regular commentary, I'm actually going to be doing a tips and tricks video. I've really never done this on my channel. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get a better KD in Call of Duty Ghosts. If you do enjoy and you want me to do more tips and tricks, please leave a like rating. It would mean a lot to me if we could hit 100 likes. And without further ado, let's get straight into the tips. Now before I get into the tips, I do want to say, in this game, in Call of Duty Ghosts, I've gotten a much better KD than any other Call of Duty I've played. I started Call of Duty back in Black Ops 1. And I got a 1.1 in Black Ops 1. I got I think a 0.6 or a 0.7 in MW3. Then in Black Ops 2, I had a 1.2 KD. And then now in Ghost, I almost have a 1.5. So my KD has definitely improved in Call of Duty Ghosts. And these are some of my tips and tricks on how I've gotten that KD. So coming in at number 1, I have class setups. Class setups are probably the greatest factor on whether you're going to get a kill or a death while you're in combat versus an opponent. So my tip would be, since you have 5 slots for different weapons, use 2 of those slots for weapons that do really good at close combat fights. Use the other 2 that are really good for long range combat fights, and maybe have one class that is good at medium range. This way, since there are different maps obviously in Call of Duty Ghosts and in any other Call of Duty in general, that way you can do really good in maybe Strike Zone. You're going to use an SMG or shotgun. In Stonehaven, you're not going to want to use an SMG, you're going to want to use an AR or a light machine gun in Stonehaven. So you get the gist, right? So you want to have different classes for different maps that you're going to play on. Alright, so the second tip would be aiming down on sights. Now this is kind of a given, but a lot of people don't aim down on sights while they turn a corner or when they do something. Like, as you can see right here in the background, when I turned around that corner, I knew there was somebody up there, and I aimed down on my sights before I went around that corner. You don't want to do it too late. It'll cost you a death, and you always want to be ready for anybody. Alright, so the third tip that I have for you guys would be moving around the outsides of the map. As you can see in the gameplay, I really don't move around inside of the map. I move around the outsides of the map because it really does make sense. If you go inside the middle of the map, people are gonna see you from all sides of the map. Now right here, I'm on the outsides, so there's only gonna be one place that people see me, front and back. If you're in the middle, they can come from, you know, all directions. So it's kind of a given, but a lot of people move in the middle of the map, and I have to shake my head. Don't do that. I mean, it'll get you so many more deaths moving in the middle of the map. So don't do it anymore. And then the fourth tip that I have for you guys is perks. You want to have very good perks. Focus. Focus is so important. If you don't have focus, you're gonna lose gunfights time and time again. Basically what focus does is when other enemies are shooting at you, you don't get that kick for your gun. You're still aiming down at them, so you don't lose your aim, I guess, when people are shooting at you, which is really nice. Before I use focus, I lost every gunfight after gunfight after gunfight. So definitely put on focus, definitely put on dead silence. After I put on dead silence, my KD has been rising because of that, because I feel like a lot of people use amplify, and it's a lot harder to hear people's footsteps if they have dead silence. Now if you have a headset, I would strongly suggest the perk amplify. Amplify lets you hear enemies' footsteps a lot louder. Even if they have dead silence, you can still hear them, I think faintly, but not really that good. So the fifth tip that I have for you guys is put kill streaks on that you can get to. I see time and time again people putting on Helo pilots when they never get up to that score streak. It's okay if you can't get up there, but you're just wasting a space in your strike package if you're putting in a helo pilot. Instead, put in maybe a dog, a sentry gun if you can't really get on those high gun streaks, because the whole point of having streaks on is so you can get extra kills, and if you can never get to those score streaks, there's really no point in putting them on. So if you can't really get on a huge streak, I would strongly suggest putting on support. Support is really good if you can't get those streaks. If you can only go on maybe a 2 or 3 streak, it's okay. You know, you're still learning. You're still learning how to become a better Call of Duty player, but I would strongly suggest doing that instead. I mean, it's obviously up to your preference. If you want to use assault, use assault. If you can get up to those high score streaks, like for instance, in this gameplay, I have the dog, I have the Trinity rocket, and the Battle Hind. These work really well because I can get there. If I had helo pilot, I might not. I'm not really that good of a Call of Duty player to be putting the helo pilot on. So the 6th tip that I have for you guys would be, don't rage. Never rage. It makes you do worse in the game, and I have had a struggle at trying to maintain my my anger. You know, trying to keep calm, because what I find is now that I'm trying to keep calm, I'm doing a lot better. It gets you all irritated, and you can't focus on the game and just focus on the game. You're focusing on the game, and you're also, you know, kind of distracted with how angry you are at the other players. So it just makes you get those bad decisions of rushing campers and all of that kind of stuff. So never rage in Call of Duty. Just try to keep calm. I know it's really hard when you get killed by a camper. I know, man. I know. So the final tip that I have would be lowering your sensitivity. I find I do a lot better, I perform a lot better with a lower sensitivity, somewhere around 9. I used to play on 11, but I lowered it down, and surprisingly I'm doing a lot better. It really does depend on your playstyle, on what you like better, but it really does improve your accuracy if you have a lower sensitivity, so that you're not just, you know, aiming down and going all over the place, you know. I mean, if you were using a 20 sensitivity, you really would not be getting a lot of bullets out there. So I would strongly suggest lowering your sensitivity, see how you do, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. With all of these tips, I managed to get a 24-3 on TDM in this gameplay. So that's an 8 KD. So my KD is definitely rising with all of these tips. I hope you use these tips, and I hope that it raises your KD. Hopefully it will. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more tips and tricks, be sure to leave a like rating. Be sure to let me know down in the comments, and I will hopefully see you guys in future uploads. Havoc out.